All right, let's get right into it. For years, we've all been taught to sell a certain way, right? Pitch the features, follow up like crazy, and just push, push, push for that close. But what if that entire playbook is just wrong? Today, we're going to tear that down and look at a new model that flips the whole thing on its head, one that's all about turning you from just another vendor into an absolutely essential advisor.
So, let me ask you this. Think about the last couple deals you had that just went cold. Did you get ghosted right after the demo? Do your follow-up emails feel like you're just screaming into a black hole? If that sounds even a little bit familiar, hey, you're not alone. And the problem, it's probably not your product. It's not even your pitch. It's the playbook you're being told to run.
You've seen these before, haven't you? These are the classic signs of old school selling. Kicking things off with your product before you've even earned the right to talk about it, sending those awful just checking in emails, getting stuck in the weeds talking about features. And this is a big one, wasting precious time on deals that were never, ever going to close. Every single one of these is a deal killer.
And that's really the heart of it. The fix isn't to just sell harder, make more calls, or get more aggressive. No way. It's a complete mindset shift. It's about changing your role from someone who sells to a customer to someone who advises with a partner. It's a totally different game. And look, this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It's backed by some serious data. Just look at this number, 88%. Let that sink in for a second. That's what it all comes down to. Almost 9 out of 10 buyers, they will only sign that contract if they see you as a trusted advisor. Not a vendor, not a product pusher, but a real expert who brings value to the table. So that's our goal here, to give you the playbook to become that person. So how do we do that? Well, the good news is there's a clear framework. We're going to walk through the 6 essential traits of a trusted advisor. Think of this as your new roadmap, your guide to building the kind of trust that actually moves the needle and closes deals. So here they are. You lead with research. You challenge their thinking. You talk outcomes, not features. You follow up with actual value. You know when to walk away. And you sell how they want to buy. Each one of these builds on the last, and together, they completely reframe the entire conversation. Now, we could honestly spend a whole day on each of these, but for this breakdown, we're going to zero in on 2 of the most powerful and maybe the most surprising traits, how you start the conversation, and, just as important, how you know when to end it. Let's kick it off with number 1, lead with research. This is all about earning your credibility before you even say a word about your product. It's about showing up so prepared that the buyer immediately knows you're different from the 10 other reps they've talked to this week. I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. It's not about being the smoothest talker in the room. It's about having done your homework. Preparation is the foundation of trust. It shows you respect their time, and it instantly makes you look like an expert. So how do you actually do it? Well, it doesn't have to take hours. This is your new 10-minute ritual. Glance at their LinkedIn for some personal context. Skim their company's latest earnings call. Find out what their big strategic goals are. Figure out who you're talking to. Then, and this is key, you open with a sharp, specific observation. Please, whatever you do, never, ever start a call with, "So, tell me about your business." That's an instant red flag that you're unprepared. Okay, let's jump to our second game changer. And this one feels totally backward at first, right? We're talking about knowing when to walk away. I mean, sales is about closing deals, not killing them. But trust me, being willing to walk away from a bad fit deal is one of the most powerful trust signals you can possibly send. The psychology here is just fascinating. This quote from Chris Voss is absolutely perfect. Think about it. Desperation is the enemy of trust. A buyer can smell it a mile away. The moment they sense you need this deal, your credibility just vanishes. But when you have the confidence to say, "You know what? I'm not actually sure we're the right fit for you," you instantly earn their respect. And this isn't just a gut feeling, it's a process. First, know your non-negotiable criteria. Then, keep an eye out for red flags. Once you spot a couple, it's time to have an honest chat. And the script can be simple. Something like, "Hey, based on our conversation about your need for X, I'm not sure we're the best partner to get you there, and here's why." You'd be amazed how many of those prospects come back later. And even better, they send you referrals. That kind of honesty is just so rare and so valuable. So, we've talked about leading with research and being willing to walk away. It all sounds good in theory, But does this whole advisor thing actually work in the real world? Let's look at the numbers.
So, what's the payoff for making this shift? It's this number right here, 3x.
That's right. Reps who use this research-first, insight-led model, they see win rates that are 3 times higher. It's not magic. It's just that when you show up prepared and you're not afraid to disqualify bad fits, you spend your time on the right deals, and you've got the credibility you need to actually win them. Now, a common fear here is, well, if I challenge my buyer, aren't they just going to get defensive? But the reality is, buyers are surrounded by yes men all day long. An expert who respectfully pushes back with data doesn't create friction, they earn respect. People are looking to hire an advisor, not just another vendor who nods along with everything they say. And this table just makes the difference so clear. The old school rep opens with, "Let me tell you about me." The trusted advisor opens with, "I saw something about you." The old rep throws discounts at a bad deal to keep it on life support. The advisor disqualifies it honestly. And instead of that just checking in email, the advisor sends a relevant case study. It's a total shift from being self-serving to being genuinely helpful. Okay, we've covered the why and the what. Now for the most important part, the how. How can you start making this change, like today? Here is your quick win. It is so simple, so actionable, you can do it right after you finish listening to this. Just open your calendar, find your very next sales call, and block out 10 minutes right before it. Call it a pre-call research sprint. Use that time to find just one specific observation to open the call with. That's it. That's your first step. Because at the end of the day, it really comes down to this choice. You can keep using the old playbook, competing with everyone else as just another vendor, or you can make the shift, build these habits, and become the one person that buyers actually look forward to taking a call from. The choice is yours.